Welcome to the Genomics Invoicing final presentation for summer 25-26. We have Ishran and Yishun, or Eason, going to talk to us today about the misnamed project Genomics Invoicing. Eason, I think you're up first.
Yep. Thanks, Roland. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here this morning, and welcome to the Genomics Invoicing final presentation for summer 2025-26 intake at WeHire Research Computing Platform. My name is Yishan, and presenting with me today is my teammate Yishan and our supervisor Roland. To begin today, we acknowledge the Wurundjeri and Bunwurrung people on whose unceded land some of us live and work here in Naarm, Melbourne. We respectfully acknowledge their elders past and present. We also acknowledge all the traditional owners of country throughout the continent of Australia. We pay our respects to their elders past and present. The main contributors of the Genomics Invoicing project this semester was myself and Yishan. This is our team. Roland, can you keep up with the current slides, or is it still on the first?
I've lost them, but keep going. Can other people see?
Yeah, I can see the table of contents now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So in today's presentation, we'll cover the problem faced by the genomics lab and an overview of our solution to address this. I'll then hand over to Yishan for a live demonstration of the app's functionality, and we'll wrap up with our technical learnings and feature suggestions for the program. Our main client for this project is the WeHire Genomics lab. As a core sequencing facility, the lab processes hundreds of sequencing runs annually. A part of the processing sequencing runs includes having to create pricing quotes for both internal and external clients for each sequencing run for customers' quote inquiries. The quotes generated have a range of use cases such as grant applications and external experiment requests. The quotes are generated, then sent to clients, and experiments begin after the proposed quotes have been approved. The quote process is primarily handled by Danielle, therefore she is the main user of our solution. To give an overview of what a quote entails, each quote consists of two main components: the consumables, which are the items or consumable materials, and the processing charges, which are the fees for running the services in the proposed quote. For each quote, the relevant consumables and processing charges are selected, then quantities of each are adjusted based on the client's request. The price of the consumable or processing charge is based on what suppliers have most recently quoted Daniela. Then discounts can be applied, which can be in multiple forms, ranging from individual item discounts, supplier discounts, or discounts negotiated individually between WeHire and the client. The quote is then output in a custom PDF or Excel spreadsheet format, which is then sent to the client making the request. The problem Danielle faced in her current workflow is that she has a very manual and repetitive invoicing process. We start with the picture on the left of this slide, which is an example of the master spreadsheet used by Daniela to track the available products and their prices. Each year, she would create a new spreadsheet, populate it with prices and surcharges given by suppliers, then update each entry if there were further changes from supplier pricing throughout the year. After this was done, we moved to the picture on the right, which is the template used for invoices sent to clients. This is a table in Excel where values such as quantities, amounts, and discounts had to be inputted manually, which was very time-consuming and could produce errors. After all the values were inputted, the table would then be screenshotted and put into a PDF to be sent to clients as the quote. Based on the solution we have developed, we expect that our application will help Daniela streamline the invoice building and generation process. Our solution utilizes the master spreadsheet created by Daniela and allows her to build the invoice using the app, which collects the selected consumables and processing charges, then generates an Excel spreadsheet file or PDF file, which she can then forward to her clients. When developing our solution, we had multiple constraints and considerations that we had to take into account. Starting with the constraints, the solution had to be a stateless application which used the master spreadsheet as its main source of data. The app could only be developed using R and R libraries, as this was the only viable software that was approved for use on WeHire servers. Therefore, we selected the Shiny library as it had many of the tools we needed to build a web-based solution. The solution also had to ensure it stayed within a local environment as it would be hosted on WeHi servers for internal use only. There were also some considerations we had, as the solution needed to be in an easily manageable format for Daniela and potential future users, while being useful enough to save her time. The solution also needed to be able to handle the complex invoicing system to generate presentable quotes for clients, while still being able to replicate the way that Daniela currently builds her quotes. Moving on to the next section, we'll give an overview of the technical details of our solution. Our solution consists of three main components: the input, which is the Excel master spreadsheet file containing the data used; second, the main application, which is our RShiny application, housing all the data reading and processing logic; and lastly, the outputs, which is the option for both a PDF file and or an Excel spreadsheet file, both formatted to match WeHi quote formats. The tools we use for building this application includes R, the Shiny library, and multiple other open source libraries, which assisted us in a range of use cases, such as UI styling, data processing, and document formatting, just to name a few. The master spreadsheet formatting was done with Microsoft Excel. However, we have ensured that the spreadsheet only holds data and is not responsible for any calculations. We also use Git as a version control system, hosting on GitHub as an open source repository that will be forked by the WeHi account for future development to continue. Here we have a diagram showing the system architecture of our solution and how it interacts with other machines inside and outside the server. The solution will be hosted internally on WeHi servers, and the master spreadsheet can be downloaded directly from the app as a template. For the app to work, it requires the input of an Excel spreadsheet file, which is expected to be the master spreadsheet. And now I'll hand it off to Yishan for our app demonstration.
Thank you, Ethan. And now I will demonstrate our quoting application here. Wait me a second. I will share our application. Give me a sec. Yeah. You'll see the application here.
I lost it. It was coming up and then I lost it.
Yeah, I try again. Yeah. And now I will demonstrate our quoting application. As you can see in the top, the tool has, it's really strange. Let me try one more time, sorry. Can you see it right now?
No, it goes black and then it drops out.
Okay. Then it's really strange.
Are you trying to share the window or are you trying to share the screen?
I'm trying to share the window.
Why don't you try and share the screen and just make it one big screen?
Okay, let me try again. You'll see it now. I think it's okay.
Yes, I can see it now.
Yeah, okay. Now I will demonstrate our quoting application here. We start and tap 1 first. Please look at the left sidebar. Here you can download and template and upload your master spreadsheet after changes. Also in the sidebar, you can like this. after changes, you can upload your master spreadsheet here. Also in the sidebar, you can select the code configuration. This sets the correct pricing multipliers. Like this, you can select internal for items or external. It will give you the correct pricing here. And next, in the main area, you can choose your application and the protocol. Note for the future intake, the current protocol structure is in the master sheet. It does not match Daniela's current structure yet. This is a key area which need to be improved in the next version. Moving into tab 2, we select our item. You can use the sidebar filter items by brand or category here, like this. And you can see the external prices highlighted in yellow. If you need to use the internal pricing, just change it here. Because we select the external for the item for the page 1. So if you want to change to the internal price, you can change it here, and the price will update right away. When you are ready, click Add them to the quote. And next is tab 3, which is for adding service. Just like the previous page, you can use the filter group in the sidebar to find the processing service you need. Select them and add them to your quote. You also can use this one to make the table better look. Finally, we reach tab 4, the final quote. Here we finalize all the number. Look at the main table first. You can double click on the quantity and the discount added for percentage or amount. Let me change the quantity here to show you. And also the percentage discount, it's 15%, and it will have the corresponding amount here. And if you tap a specific amount, it will have its corresponding percentage as well. So after this, if you add a row by mistake, for example, this, you can, don't worry, simply select it and click the red remove button. For larger changes, look at the left sidebar. First, we have a supplier discount. To use this, you can enter supplier and the discount into a master spreadsheet first. Once uploaded, you can select it and apply it here. Below that is custom discount, You can use this to batch apply a discount by just enter a percentage or fixed amount. Let me show you. If we select these rows and give them a 20% discount, and it will apply to your select item right away. You can see the 20% discount. After fixing the prices, scroll down to the sidebar to the project metadata. Here you can fill in detail like quote ID, project title, and the number of batches. For new intake, please pay attention to the batches here. The price you see in the main table are calculated per batch. When you tap the number of batches, for example, we have 3 batches for these projects. The system calculates the total project cost based on the number. When everything is ready, you can export the quote using the button on the top left. We provide 2 versions of different purpose. You can download the Excel version and the PDF version. And I will briefly show you. It will look like this. And they are different. Give me a second. I will share our slides here. They are different because they have different purpose. The internal one is for the Excel version, and for external clients, we use the PDF version. And I will show you the Yeah, as you can see, the Excel version is strictly for the internal use. It provides a full breakdown showing the exact discount percentage and amount for every single row. The PDF version is designed to be sent to external clients because it is a formal document. It includes the WeHi logo and its basic information such as address and ABM. We try to keep it clean and professional so it has the row-by-row discount details, but only show the final total discount amount. That's all for our demonstration. And now let's look at our project journey. What did we do? During the past 14 weeks, we divide our work into 3 phases. Phase 1 was discovery and design. Based on coding, we made sure we fully understood the requirements. My focus was client needs. In addition to analyzing the existing information, I reached out to Daniela and Roland to resolve any ambiguities and confirm the logic. Ethan's focus was design. Based on my findings, he created a comprehensive wireframe to show exactly what we need to build. Phase 2 was MVP and architecture. I focused on coding first. I built a minimum version of product of the application based on the wireframe, making sure all the functions work perfectly and meet all requirements. Then Ethan focused on refactoring. He changed my code into a modular structure. This made the system much easier to maintain in the future. Phase 3 was optimization and the documentation. In this final stage, we worked closely together. We used GitHub to update our code and Jira to track our tasks. As a team, we delivered a stable system with full guides for the future intake. Now I'll pass the time to Ethan. He will share about what we learned and suggestions.
Thanks, Yishan. Reflecting on this intake, we found asking many questions and frequent communication helped us progress quickly. By starting with a well-defined wireframe before developing the complete logic, we were able to validate complex business requirements with Daniela and Roland to resolve ambiguities earlier in the discovery phase. We also adopted an escalation protocol, always discussing issues as a team first, then with Roland, and finally with our client Daniela. This ensured that when we did ask for clarification, we provided full context and potential solutions rather than just problems. Finally, using Jira helped us manage a shared project roadmap, preventing common pitfalls such as 2 members working on parallel versions of the same feature. Our technical success was underpinned by our workflow. The combination of twice daily stand-ups and weekly project meetings that we were offered to attend provided the constant feedback loop needed for rapid iteration by asking questions, clarifying requirements, and discussing ideas we had amongst our team and with Roland. Crucially, we also used GitHub as a version control system, which allowed us to work on the codebase simultaneously without creating unnecessary conflicts in the codebase. Some suggestions we have for future intakes to extend this project include discussing with Roland and Daniela to update the application protocol structure on the app and the master spreadsheet in line with Daniela's expectations, expanding the scope of testing for the application to include a wider range of system and integration tests, and most importantly, working with Marek to prepare the application for hosting on WeHi service. And now I'll hand it back off to Yishan to finish it off.
Thanks, Ethan. We have a quick recommendation for the internship program. We suggest a meetup track system. We believe this will help future interns connect better, engage more, and make greater contributions to the project. And on this side, you will find the QR codes and links to our projects, including our GitHub repo, SharePoint, and the web application. But if you are a new intern, please start with our fast track report. We designed this specifically so you can fully understand the whole project within 6 hours. Before we finish, we want to say a huge thank you to our supervisor Roland and our client Daniela for their amazing guidance and support. We also want to thank all the past interns for their hard work. Finally, please check the appendix for a full breakdown of the master spreadsheet, including the description for every sheet and the heading. Thank you for your listening. Yeah. So.
Well done, Ishan. Well done, Ethan.